दरवर्षी 31 मे रोजी जागतिक तंबाखू विरोधी दिन साजरा केला जातो। जागतिक आरोग्य संघटनेच्या सदस्य राष्ट्रांनी 1987 मध्ये हा दिवस साजरा करण्यास सुरुवात केली। तंबाखूचे दुष्परिणाम, त्यामुळे होऊ शकणारे रोग आणि प्रतिबंधनात्मक उपाय याविषयी जागरूकता निर्माण करणं हे या दिवसाचं मुख्य उद्दिष्ट। तंबाखू वापरण्याचे धोके, तंबाखू उत्पादकांच्या व्यवसाय पद्धती आणि तंबाखूच्या साथीचा सामना करण्यासाठी WHO ने उचललेल्या पावलांकडे जागतिक पातळीवर लक्ष वेधण्याचा केलेला हा एक प्रयत्न।
And I'm here today to talk to you about World No Tobacco Day 2023. World No Tobacco Day is celebrated on the 31st of May every year, and the purpose of World No Tobacco Day is to remind us and to create awareness about the fact that we have to give up anything and everything to do with tobacco. The theme for this year's World No Tobacco Day is "We need food, not tobacco." This theme has been chosen because in today's world, where there is increasing food uncertainty, climate change is wreaking havoc on our planet, we need to worry about the sources of food. And why are we growing tobacco and cultivating tobacco when that same land could be used for cultivating something more useful for us and something more nutritious for our community? Deforestation of land occurs because of cultivation of tobacco, and this deforestation can be stopped if we divest away from growing tobacco and into alternative crops. Cultivation of tobacco is also a very resource intensive tobacco is a very resource intensive crop, so it requires a lot of fertilizers, insecticides, pesticides to grow tobacco. And what happens is, with the use of these insecticides and pesticides, the quality of the soil is driven down, and so the farmer is not able to cultivate any other land on the same land that he has used for tobacco cultivation. This results in a dependency of the farmer on the tobacco seeds or on the tobacco companies. Also, the chemicals and the pesticides that are used can cause illness in the farmer, and it can cause illness not only in the farmer but also his family, because the same insecticides and pesticides get carried onto the clothes of the farmer. Tobacco farmers also suffer from green tobacco sickness, which occurs because of absorption of nicotine through the skin, and a single farmer can absorb the equivalent nicotine which is there in 50 cigarettes in just one day of harvesting tobacco. So this is something that we need to divest away from. How do we do this? Now, initially we have seen that subsidies were given for tobacco farmers, but what it has resulted in is that these farmers are now dependent on tobacco cultivation, and so we need to devise other methods in order to be able to give farmers a choice. First of all, we need to implore the government to set up programs for the farmers. In these programs, maybe farmers may be encouraged to grow alternative crops. Tobacco subsidies should be stopped, and farmers can also be given subsidies for not only the seeds and the fertilizers but also farm equipment, because when going away from tobacco into other crops, there are other equipment which is required on the farm which the farmer may not be able to afford. Also, we need to have training programs for the farmers, and we have to be ready to give them technical advice as and when they need it. Also, sensitization of farmers is a very important thing which needs to be done so that they know the dangers of tobacco cultivation. Tobacco, as we all know, has harmful effects both in the person who is using tobacco as well as in the people around them. So there is a primary exposure to the person who is smoking the cigarette, and there's secondary exposure which happens to people who are around that primary person who may not be involved in tobacco but will still feel the harmful effects of it. The harmful effects can be in any organ of the body. If you know anyone who is addicted to tobacco and who requires help in stopping this addiction, please refer them to Hospicio Hospital, OPD number 11. We have our district tobacco cessation center, where we offer counseling services as well as other therapies that will help them to stop smoking. We offer nicotine replacement therapies, which means that the person will stop smoking cigarettes and we'll give them a nicotine gum instead to help them to wean away from cigarettes.